What was supposed to be a routine hospital visit turned into an unimaginable tragedy for Esmin Green's family and friends. Esmin, a young woman full of life and dreams, died unexpectedly while under hospital care, leaving her loved ones devastated and searching for answers. Her death not only shattered those who knew her, but also raised serious concerns about how the hospital handled her treatment, sparking outrage and calls for reform. Esmin's story is one of heartbreak, confusion, and a quest for justice. As her family and community mourn her loss, they are determined to uncover the truth behind what went so horribly wrong in what should have been a place of safety. Who was Esmin Green? Esmin wasn't just another face in the crowd. She was the kind of person who lit up every room she entered. Known for her warm smile, caring nature, and passion for helping others, Esmin was loved by many. Whether she was volunteering at a local shelter or spending time with her family, she approached life with kindness and energy that was contagious. Her life was filled with promise, and those around her believed that she was destined for great things. Esmin's sudden death has left a void that can never be filled. As her family grieves, they'd also remember the joy she brought into their lives and the lives of others. In the words of her best friend, Esmin wasn't just someone you knew, she was someone you cherished. She had this way of making you feel like you mattered. A routine hospital visit turns into a nightmare. What makes Esmin's death even more heartbreaking is how unexpected it was. She had gone into the hospital for a routine procedure, nothing that seemed particularly dangerous or risky. Her family never imagined that this would be the last time they'd see her alive. At first, everything seemed fine. Esmin was in good spirits, and her family felt reassured that she was in safe hands. But what happened next is something they will never forget. A sudden and rapid decline in her health that no one could explain. The hospital staff worked frantically to save her, but within hours, Esmin was gone. The shock of losing Esmin so suddenly has left her family reeling, and the sense that something went terribly wrong in her care has only added to their anguish. Her mother, heartbroken, said she went in with the expectation that she'd be home soon and now she's gone. We need to know why. The aftermath. A family in agony. In the wake of Esmin's tragic death, her family is left grappling not just with overwhelming grief but with countless unanswered questions. How could this happen? Was there a mistake? Could her death have been prevented? These are the questions that haunt them every day. Her father, fighting through tears, shared, "We trusted the hospital with our daughter's life. We need answers. We need to understand how something like this could happen in a place that's supposed to save lives." For Esmin's family, losing her in such a sudden and senseless way feels unbearable. They are not only mourning her loss, but also seeking justice for what they believe was a preventable tragedy. The weight of their grief is heavy, but so is their determination to ensure that Esmin's story doesn't end without accountability. The investigation, searching for the truth. In the wake of Esmin's death, an official investigation has been launched to determine exactly what happened in the hospital. The circumstances of her passing remain unclear, but early reports suggest that a combination of medical errors and communication breakdowns could have contributed to her untimely death. The hospital has promised full cooperation, but Esmin's family is demanding transparency. They want to know if delays in treatment, miscommunication among staff, or other preventable mistakes led to Esmin's deterioration. As the investigation unfolds, Esmin's loved ones are bracing themselves for a painful truth, that the system may have failed her. They are determined, however, to fight for full accountability. They hope that through their efforts, no other family will have to endure the pain they are going through. A community in mourning. Esmin's death has sent shockwaves through her community. Friends, neighbors, and acquaintances have all expressed their deep sadness and disbelief over her loss. Vigils have been held in her memory, with dozens gathering to pay tribute to the young woman who touched so many lives with her kindness. One of her close friends shared, "Esmin had this way of making you feel like you were the most important person in the world when she talked to you. She was special. Losing her this way just feels so wrong." In addition to emotional support, the community has rallied around Esmin's family in other ways. A memorial fund has been set up to honor Esmin's legacy, with all donations going to causes she was passionate about, including animal welfare and mental health services. The outpouring of love and support is a testament to just how much Esmin meant to those who knew her. The fight for accountability. For Esmin's family, seeking justice isn't just about understanding what went wrong, it's about preventing something like this from ever happening again. They are calling for accountability from the hospital and for changes in the way patient care is handled. Patient advocacy groups have also taken up Esmin's cause, using her case to highlight broader concerns about patient safety in hospitals. They are pushing for improved communication, better training for medical staff, and stricter protocols to ensure that no patient slips through the cracks. Esmin's family is also considering legal action. They want to make sure that those responsible are held accountable for any mistakes that may have been made during her care. They hope that their fight will lead to reforms within the healthcare system that will protect future patients from the same fate. As her father poignantly put it, "We can't bring Esmin back, but we can fight to make sure no other family has to lose someone like this." Esmin's legacy. Gone, but never forgotten. Despite her life being tragically cut short, Esmin's legacy will continue to live on in the hearts of those who loved her. Her family is committed to ensuring that her memory is honored, not just through their personal remembrances, but through their efforts to bring about change. The memorial fund, set up in Esmin's name, will continue to support the causes she held dear. Her friends and family are also planning a community event to celebrate her life and raise awareness about patient safety in hospitals. Esmin may be gone, but the impact she had on the world will not be forgotten. Her life was one of love, compassion, and light, and those who knew her will carry her memory forward, ensuring that she is never forgotten. A call for justice and change. Esmin Green's tragic death is a heartbreaking reminder that even in places where we seek healing, things can go tragically wrong. Her family's fight for answers is not just about their own loss. It's about making sure that no other family has to endure the same pain. As the investigation continues, there is hope that Esmin's story will lead to real change. Hospitals must be held to the highest standards, and every patient deserves to receive the best possible care. The loss of Esmin has sparked a movement for better oversight, better communication, and better safety measures in healthcare. Esmin's family is determined to make sure that her death is not in vain. They are fighting for justice, for answers, and for change. If you've been touched by Esmin's story and believe that more needs to be done to ensure patient safety, please like this video and subscribe for more updates. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think hospitals are doing enough to protect their patients? Together, we can raise awareness and push for the change needed to prevent tragedies like this. Thank you for watching, and let's work together to make sure Esmin's voice is heard.